Welcome to this new video, where we will learn how to build this robot. We will start by designing it, then printing it, then assembling it mechanically and electrically, and finally programming it. This project is a great application for servo motors. If you are interested in learning more about these motors, you can visit the previous video. For designing this robot, I used Autodesk Inventor. I first designed the base, then the top part that rotates above it, then the joints. In the end, I designed this gripper. As you can see in the base, I designed the possibility of using this ball bearing to ensure frictionless rotation. At the bottom, a servo motor will be installed. I designed these edges to ensure central rotation for the joint. The same thing applies to this side. I repeated the same process with these edges to ensure good circular movement. As you can see here, all the joints will be connected together. Then we have the gripper, which will be moved by a servo motor. By rotating the servo, it will open and close. After finishing the robot design, I printed it with a 3D printer. As you can see, these are the robot parts after printing them with the 3D printer. This is the robot base, and then we have the top part that rotates on the base. Then we have these links, and we have the gripper. And these are its parts. Additionally, we need servo motors. This is a heavy-duty motor MG996R, and this is for the claw, which handles a lower load than this one. We also have these screws for assembly, and this bearing that helps in maintaining a circular motion without friction. The servo motors come with these wheels that are mounted in this way, allowing the parts to be connected together. For this small servo, we have these parts that fit and connect the parts together. I'd cut this from both ends to fit these holes that I designed in the 3D design. So, let's start assembling the robot. I will start with the base and install this first motor. I will place it in its place, then I will take the appropriate screws. After installing the first servo motor, I will now install this bearing for the upper part of the base. I will try to press it vertically. Then I will place it in its place. Now the upper part is connected to the servo motor. As you can see, the movement is very smooth without this part tilting. I will now install these wheels on the links. I did the same for this wheel. Now, I will install the servo motor in this place. Then I will connect this link to the upper part of the base. Now, I will install this small servo. Then, after that, I will install this part that connects the servo motor to this link. Then I will assemble these two parts together. Now, these two parts are assembled. I will now install the servo motor in this place. Now, I will install the gripper. To do that, I will install this part that connects the servo motor to the gripper. Then I will connect the two together. So, I will install this screw. Now we will install the servo for the gripper. Then, similarly, I will install this link that connects the servo motor with the part. Then I will install it on the servo and assemble it. Then install the opposite part on this side. Then I will install the remaining parts. Then this last part of the grip. Now I will tighten these parts together. After finishing, I will install the last servo motor and assemble the two parts of the robot together. As you can see, the robot is almost fully built. Movement test. The movement is very good. Now I will place the robot on a wooden base. I will fix it with these screws. And so, I have finished the mechanical part of the robot. As you can see, the results are very good. What remains is the electrical and programming parts so that we can control this robot. Now I have prepared this setup to control the robot. I have a board similar to the Arduino Mega, which provides enough pins to read the values of the variable resistors. Then I have this motor driver, a servo driver to control a large number of servo motors. I have 6 motors on the robot. First, I will program the board, and then I will run the robot and test it. Now I will program the control board. This is the program. We will need these 2 libraries to activate the I2C protocol and use the servo driver board. Here, we will define this PWM object, then in the setup function, we will define the frequency for the servo driver. In the loop function that repeats continuously, we will define variables. One of these variables represents the variable resistor and its associated pin. For example, variable resistor number 0 is connected to pin 0. Then we will define this variable servopos 0 to represent servo motor number 0, and we will assign a value that corresponds to the voltage read from variable resistor number 0. Its value can be changed from 125 microseconds to 575 microseconds, which means the PWM wave width that the servo motor will receive. Here we give the command to the servo motor to translate this value into movement. For channel 0 in the servo driver, then 1 means channel 1, and so on, we will repeat the command for the 6 motors. We will wait 20 milliseconds each time. Thus, the program will be repeated again from line 12. I will now load this program onto a board similar to the Arduino Mega, so I will select this board on port 7, then load the program. After loading the program onto the control board, I will connect this servo driver to the power supply. As you can see, I will now test the motors. This is the base motor that I control with this variable resistor on the right. Then this other motor for this upper part. Then the motor that is above it. Then this motor. And then this motor. And after it, the last motor for the grip. And so, I have finished testing all the motors and joints of the robot. I will now perform a test for this robot. I will try to lift this Eiffel Tower model and place it on this board. In the second test, I will try to lift these models and place them on this board. And so, we reached the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed and benefited from it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the new content.